Today, I want to talk about the impact that roles can have on Scrum adoption, Agile adoption, and the role of a Scrum Master or an Agile coach. So, think about the team that you're coaching or an organization that you're guiding as a Scrum coach or an Agile coach as a system. A system is any group of two or more people who have some shared concerns and shared goals and need to work together with each other. So, if you're helping a team as a Scrum Master or an organization as a Scrum coach or an Agile coach, you are coaching the entire system. Every once in a while, the system starts behaving in a way that might not be understandable. You might be wondering what's going on. And what I want to share with you today in this video is an approach that I learned as part of undergoing my training from CRR Global to become a better systems coach. This is a follow-up to my previous video, The Ghosts of Transformations Past. So if you haven't watched that video, please go watch it because I will be referring to some terms I introduced there. One of my biggest takeaways from systems coaching, training that I've undergone through CRR Global, is that roles are essential to the effective operation of a system. However, roles are not people. Roles don't belong to people. Roles belong to the system. One analogy that brought this home to me is considering a role as a jacket. So right now, I'm wearing this jacket, but I am not this jacket. The jacket and me are two separate entities. The mistake that I've often made when I am helping an organization with their Agile or Scrum adoption is that I collapse the human being who is occupying the role and the role itself. So, for instance, there could be a product owner, there could be a VP, a mid-level manager, a C-level person, or a developer, or a Scrum Master. Perhaps I'm getting really frustrated with that person. And then what happens is I start collapsing my disappointment or frustration with that person and that role not being skillfully performed. I collapse everything into one. If you notice this happening, one of the techniques that you can use is to uncollapse the human being and the role that they are occupying. If you use the jacket metaphor, it's kind of like taking off the jacket. Asking everybody in the team that you're coaching or the system to just take off their jackets and put the jackets aside. And then step back as a team with all of your jackets in front. These could be post-its that you put up on a wall if you are physically co-located, or these could be post-its that you put up on Mural or Miro or Jamboard if you are a geographically distributed team. Once you put all of these jackets, all of these roles out in front, as a facilitator, you could ask a question. How does it feel? How does it feel to have all of these jackets off of us? How does it feel to look at all of these jackets? Which jackets are uncomfortable? Which jackets are missing? There could be some roles which are not being occupied at all. There could be some roles which are occupied but perhaps not very skillfully. So facilitate a conversation where you ask the system how the system feels now that the jackets are off, now that the roles are in front. Ask the system, what are they noticing now that they see these jackets or the roles out in front? Ask them which of these roles would they like to play with, to adjust. And then help them co-create some accountability. Who's going to do what by when? How will you hold each other and yourselves accountable? And how will you check in to see how any adjustments you've agreed to are working? So try this out. My closing thoughts are, roles are essential for the effective operation of a system. Roles are not people. Roles do not belong to one person. Roles belong to a system. And if you reach a situation where roles are causing conflict, a simple approach that you could use is for everyone to vacate the roles, put the roles out in front, and for you to facilitate a conversation, asking the system what are they noticing now that the roles are in front, which roles would they like to play with, which roles are not even populated, create some accountability, co-create accountability, and set some structures for checking in and rinse and repeat. I hope you found this useful. If you want to learn more about this, go to crrglobal.com. Lots of free resources there. And if you want to go deeper, consider attending ORSC training and becoming an ORSC certified coach. Until our next conversation, thank you. Keep calm and scrum on.